Y'all, just get into it, okay? I don't even know if this even deserves an introduction. Only because of the fact that I'm just trying to understand and grasp what in the world is going on in the world, okay? As my iPad charged. But first, I want y'all to take a look at a couple of clips first before I get into what I gotta say. And then I'm gonna roll that beautiful bean footage and we're gonna talk about it. So, all right. So, unfortunately, y'all, I could not show the video due to copyright claim. But basically, the video shows them walking down the aisle, getting married. And it shows also her going live for like a 20-minute rant, just pretty much talking about how we're just jealous and hating that she's got a man and we don't. You get the picture. All right, so y'all saw that, right? Okay, cool. So when this first came across my desk, you know, I kept saying I wasn't gonna do the story because the story had so many loopholes, ratchetness. I didn't even know where to start at. But basically, what it is that there's a 18-year-old girl who's went viral on social media by the name of Deja Hoggebrook. This is her, yes, the girl that you saw walking down the aisle, and the man that you saw at the end of the aisle was her stepfather, or I guess her now considered to be husband, whatever you want to call it. It's just all sickening, okay? It's just all sickening, and I'm just trying to understand. At some point, somebody failed this child, okay? Somebody failed this child. It doesn't make sense to me how a child this young can have so much mouth on her and think that she know the world and have such a defense mechanism up about her when she doesn't even realize that she's living in an environment where she actually has an abuser. Her actual stepfather, let's just call it what it is, because before he was her husband, he was her stepfather. Let's just call it what it is. She's living in an environment with her abuser who is controlling and has been conditioning her since God knows when, because from what everybody is saying, you know, this guy, Mike Hoggebrook, has known her, who is now 54 years old or 56, 55, it don't matter. He's still old enough to be her damn granddaddy. But he has been conditioning her since the age of 2. He is, from what people are saying, he has known her since the age of 2. Okay? And her mother, okay, who, you know, is also on Facebook. I'll post her Facebook right here. You can go on there and watch all the lives. I just didn't have time to sit here and want to put all this stuff in this video because there was so much cussing and dropping F-bombs that I was not about to get my channel shut down, all because they in here acting like a fool. But her mother, you know, who had went on live and stated that, you know, this girl who she had birthed, you know, she had been pretty much abused physically, you know, as far as violated, you know, at the young tender age of 2 by an already previous person that was, you know, in her life, who I guess the mother was let stay in her house by the name of Flea. I don't know what kind of name that is, but just the name alone. Anyways, the mother had been seeing letting this guy stay at her house, and this is a separate person from Mike Hoggebrook. And, you know, according to what she said, she stated that, you know, her child had been abused and that she went to jail on a gun charge, basically, you know, defending her child, the same child who has now seemed to have turned on her. This is from my understanding what I got from the video. If you got something different from the video, that's between you and your God, but this is what I got from the video. And what I got from the video is that, you know, this girl, Deja Hoggebrook, who is now married to her stepfather, had already been abused at the age of 2. Her mother, Davina, went to jail on a gun charge defending her child. We also know that Deja Hoggebrook and Mike Hoggebrook had been fooling around since Deja was only 16, okay? At some point, if I do recall correctly, she had went missing. She had went missing at some point at the age of around 16. I don't know what that was about, but it was said that around this time, around age 16, that they had been fooling around. And Mike was all on Facebook acting like that he was so concerned about his goddaughter when really he wanted to get the girl back, probably so that he can further condition her and do God knows what else to her and brainwash her. Okay, we also know that Deja got put out the house before Father's Day because Mike, I guess the stepfather, thought that she was fooling around with some old younger men or whatever. We also know that according to her mother, Deja's mother, that she came to her mother to get money for a Father's Day gift to, I guess, give to her stepfather/husband. Y'all see how crazy this sounds with me even going back and forth between the two, because it sounds ridiculous, right? And then on top of that, when her mother, who was strung out on drugs, got clean in 2015, she even mentioned that as she had gotten out of jail to transition back into the real world, she had slept with Mike for some petty cash, like maybe $100 and $250 and a cell phone, because she was on hard times. Yes, this same man had slept with Deja's mother when Deja's mother got out of jail for some petty cash and a cell phone. Isn't that ridiculous? Okay, and then for you to sit here and turn around and sleep with the woman's daughter, and now you done married her. I'm just trying to make it make sense, y'all. It doesn't make sense to me. The dots are not connecting. I cannot fathom and understand who would want to be caught up with such a disgusting, despicable situation. It is sickening, okay? And then you got all of these photos I done found on social media. A prime example, number one, she up here cooking in the kitchen. She thinking that's cute. She all on Facebook Live talking about she married. She up here talking about how we hating on her as a person, as an individual, because we ain't got nothing and she got 4 cars that's paid for and all of this stuff. Baby girl, You think that you're the hottest topic right now because everybody's supposedly talking about you? Trust me, we're not talking at you. We are talking about you, and it's not in a positive light. There's no way that you can spin this, baby girl. I'm gonna call you baby girl because you're only 18. How in the world is you gonna tell us? How is it that you're going to tell us about how we should feel about a situation that is now public for public consumption? Okay? Do you expect that society is just supposed to just sit back and willingly just be okay with this when you got mothers out there who have been through stuff like this, and you want to tell us that we don't know what we're talking about when you got people older than you who has more wisdom and experience than you, and all you can sit here and say is that you got 4 cars and you with a guy, and how y'all can get into the club for free, y'all ain't gotta sit here and do this and that, y'all paying for bottle service. Baby, the club ain't where it's at no more. The club is not where it's at no more. The club is not popping. It's not like that. So for you to sit here and want to boast because you think that we're hating on you because you're getting into the club for free with your abuser, your husband, your stepfather, you got it all twisted and wrong. No, that is not what this is. We feel sorry for you. We actually empathize with you because we know that you really don't know what you're doing. You was with a man who has conditioned you to be in this mindset. And the fact that she was on the live, which y'all can go back and watch on YouTube. Like I said, I'm not posting it. It was too much for me to be saying posting it, too much cussing, too much, just a whole lot going on for my brain to sit here and wrap around. But you can clearly tell that she has all of this alpha masculine energy as he has sit back and just watched in the driver's seat, her just going off on social media, stuff that he knows he's responsible for as far as her behavior because he has conditioned her to be this. And the fact that you got kids, okay, she's got kids. From what I understand, multiple kids already. That's around this man. What you think is going to happen to them, sweetheart? You think that these kids are not going to some way be affected? You think that if he ain't going to just up in one day and say, oh, I may want to sit here and try this baby girl, okay, your daughter. You think that he's really not going to sit here and want to sit here and actually try to mess with any of your children, seeing what he has done to you? You don't believe in generational curses, generational cycles? And I understand y'all can't be mad at the girl because once again, you got to understand her mother said in a video that she had been, sexually violated at the age of 2 by a man that she let stay in her house who she had trusted, who the mother went to jail over a gun charge for. She had already stated that, this man, Mike Hagerbrook, pretty much had been around Deja, for quite some time, and that they had already been fooling around when she was 16. So clearly this wasn't a thing that just happened now. And the reason why people are so up in arms and concerned about you, Deja, is because of the fact that this man got sense enough to know, what does an 18-year-old, even if he was 45, what does an 18-year-old and 45-year-old man got in common? Nothing. Nothing at all. There's nothing that you can sit here and tell me that y'all have in common, because it's sick. Okay? It's not supposed to be anything that y'all have in common other than him being a father figure. So at some point, somebody has failed you. Matter of fact, multiple people have failed you. Then you got her mom, who has went on a live, and she's upset at the daughter because, she feel like that the daughter has made her out to be a bad mother, when she has stated that she wasn't a bad mother, she just was strung out on drugs. And I can understand, she was strung out on drugs, and she probably wasn't fit to be a mother. She said that she had got sober in 2015, and once again, she stated that she had even slept with your now husband, Deja, at 17, when she was trying to get back on her feet for a cell phone and some petty cash. And you don't think that there's something wrong with the fact that now you're married to this man who did that? Come on now. There's nothing else for me to sit here and say. Y'all leave in the comments, let me know what you think. But I just think this story is so screwed, tangled, twist, and turn. It just sickens me. And like I said, I'm not going to post any of the videos because it's just too much to take in. Y'all can go on Deja Hoggebrook's Facebook, Mike Hoggebrook's Facebook, which, by the way, check out this post. He mentioned that we're hating, that people are envious of him because he's with a younger female, okay? That he's with a younger female and that we just are envious of his life. Really, Mike? Okay, all right then, go ahead. On that note, y'all, my fun sizes, let me know what you think in the comments. I know it's crazy, but, hey, just another day in news, child. Keep it going. Until next time, my fun sizers, peace.